I don't know about you guys, but I am like soul tired. I feel like I could take a nap for a month. Obviously, I cannot do that, but I feel like I could. And I think that we all just poured so much of ourselves into our novels that it shows. And I'm really, really excited to read everybody's books. So look me up on Facebook so that I can watch your progress and buy your book when it's out. So also, this thesis process has been absolutely amazing. Professor Wright, like I honestly, I don't think I could have asked for a better thesis professor. I feel so blessed that you were able to guide me and everybody in the class through this process. Thank you so much. So what are my next steps? I actually already gave my books to the beta readers. I know it's early, and I know I probably should have waited for Professor Wright's comments, but the reality is that I have a lot of very serious health issues in my book and a lot of like some psychiatric issues. And at this point, I felt like I needed to get it into the hands of, a psychologist. And I also have 3 people that have had head trauma and post-concussion syndrome. And what came of that, 2 of those people have had eating disorders because of the head trauma. And so I needed to get the book into their hands. So I gave them all a month to read it, and my hope is that their comments will come in at the same time as Professor Wright's, and then I can go through another round of editing. After I go through another round of, well, not editing, revising. After I go through another round of revising, then I will try and find someone that is within my age bracket, a young teen, a teen girl, to read it who does not have experience with head injuries, to read it and just tell me what she thinks about it just from her perspective. So I'm going through 2 rounds of beta readers, but I don't, with anorexia and with anxiety, I don't want to get those things wrong. There could be major problems for people if I get them wrong, especially if there's any sort of, anorexia ideation, anything like that. I don't want that to happen. I don't want my book to feel as if it's glamorizing anorexia, and I really hope it's not, but I need to make sure. So that's why I have my first set of beta readers now. So I'm hoping to get all of this done and start querying in December. So we'll see what happens. I definitely want to go traditional for this. However, not that there's anything wrong with self-publishing. Honestly, I've thought about that as well, so we'll see what happens. As for my next books, I'm looking at a middle grades about a little girl with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, and it's going to be kind of like a inspirational book. And also, I've been started to do work on some curriculum for middle school, English curriculum that is literary concepts through short stories. So, and it'll take, it's learning basically all the literary concepts that they need to know, simile, metaphor, plot structure, all of that through famous short stories. And it also adds in grammar, composition, all those things. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is because homeschoolers tend to get this is for homeschoolers tend to get very formulaic in their writing style, like how they teach writing, and I want to do something a little bit more interesting, more literary based. So I'm going to put these out and see what happens. It's going to be a completely different world because it's not fiction, and I don't know how the textbook market works, but I guess I'll figure it out. So, okay guys, I'm going to miss these classes. I have one more class, a publishing ecosystem, and I looked at the class list and I recognize no one, so I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just weird to recognize absolutely no one. So, okay, I can't wait till everybody's books comes out.